Today, we're gonna rank SpongeBob characters on a tier list based on how much I want them to touch me inappropriately. I'm kidding, but that's not a bad video idea. I'm simply gonna rank them based on how much I like them and how integral they are to the show, and I'm a huge fan of the show, as you may not know. Just look at my wallpaper. Let's start off with the obvious placements. In S tier, we have SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward. When these three are together, the show absolutely cooks. This trio is an instant classic. It's like having Big Justice, the Rizzler, and a fresh chicken bake in the same room. Thinking about that just makes me want to boom. The best episodes are centered around these three: Shanghai, SB 129, the camping episode, Club SpongeBob, Snowball Effect, Squidville, and lots more. They don't ever miss. Let's get the other supporting cast out of the way too. In the A tier, we have Sandy, Eugene, Gary, and of course Sheldon. Not much to say here. All these characters have multiple episodes where they carry the plot and the humor. Correct! And let's denote the last tier as the Karen. I cannot stand Karen. Her voice, her dialogue, her build. The only character I hate more than her is Cousin Stanley. I've never wanted to body slam a character so. Now that we have all that sorted out, let's start ranking the background NPC characters. Starting off with the roided Lizzo. Gonna put him in the E tier for Greg Doucette. We got the hand. I remember the hand violated the fuck out of Patrick, and because I want to be touched the same way, I gotta give it a C rating to represent how I want the hand to touch my cock. Kevin, he's only in one episode and he reminds me of that one sped kid that led the other sped kids in high school, so D tier. Dennis had tons of aura in the movie, could literally grow a mustache from clenching his ass cheeks. Makes me wonder if he could do that in other places of his body. B tier. Daughter of the chocolate lady, E tier. Blue fish with red shorts. I just noticed he's one of the only background characters that has no fucking shirt. The fact that the animators couldn't even design a shirt for his bum ass tells me all I need to know. B tier. Also, why did they animate him so fucking wide? His build pisses me off. He might be the most chopped fish in Bikini Bottom. Like, how do you give birth to a fish that looks like this? If I was a mama, I wouldn't birth him. Fuck it, I'm moving him down to E tier. Reporter Newsfish. Iconic voice, one of the only IRL characters that interacts directly with the other animated characters. They could have just drawn him, but they actually put in extra effort to use CGI or, whatever the fuck he is, so I'll put him B tier. Creamy Goods Fish, nothing much to him, E tier. The Strangler, one of the best one and done characters from SpongeBob. I just liked how persistent he was in getting his get back. Any character other than SpongeBob or Patrick would have gotten their ass strangled. We know what timing he's on. But SpongeBob was playing some Iguodala type of defense. Strangler couldn't score one lick on his ass. Obviously his hands were diabolical, but his fit was even crazier. Crop top with black forces is nefarious work. He going into the B tier. Carl. His design pissed me off too. Look at his giddy ass, jolly ass mofo. He just looks passive aggressive. His eyebrows are levitating, his glasses have no ears to sit on. That's why his posture's so straight. He has to stand at that exact angle for his glasses not to fall off. Calculated as, X squared looking as. And he's one of those dudes that carry all their weight on their stomachs and chest. Arms and legs are unproportional. I know he got no ass. Easy E tier. King Jelly is better than Kevin, so C tier. SpongeBob's mom. I know as kids, yes we, all of us, wanted to hit that. I'm trying to squeeze those sponges and put some soap on them. C for Cougar. Flat's Flounder. His sole purpose was to beat SpongeBob's ass. The reason the animation team had to design him was so he can get that ass. Speaking of his design, it's truly a sight to behold. And what the fuck is this? Is that his print? Oh, C tier. Grandma SquarePants. Honestly, she's the grandma everyone wants. She's always positive, makes you cookies, supportive, W gruz. Larry the Lobster. Jim bro, gets all the bitches, lifeguard. Man, I hate successful motherfuckers. C tier. The clam from that one episode. She pissed me off, bruh. How you gonna crash out on Patrick giving you food? E tier, fuck your kid. Bubble Bass. Let's start off with his archetype. He kinda built like a 30-year-old Latina. He's got that natural BBL too. I just know he smells like barnacles and tartar sauce. He's like one of those overweight dudes in real life. They either smell like gel and cheap ass cologne or shit. No in between. He He really gaslit the fuck out of Bob too, gave that motherfucker early dementia. Bubble Bass goes into B tier. Harold. Now what in the fuck are you doing with that sauce, freaky boy? He likes white creamy liquids down his throat, as do I and most of us. But you have to put respect on his name cause he really stand on business. Remember when he called out Eugene for his big meaty claws? Or when he taught that old man a lesson? But why did he have to emphasize that his claws were big and meaty? Imagine if I said maybe it wouldn't hurt if you didn't have a big meaty Ooh, and remember when this motherfucker let Stanley marry his ass? Oh nah, he a whole zest ball. B tier.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Patchy the Pirate. As a jit, I used to fuck with him low key, but now looking back, he's one of those dudes that collects pop figures as a grown man. Like low key check his hard drive cause he definitely goons to Freak Bob, as we all do. B tier. Body goes into B tier as well. The Flying Dutchman. He's probably one of my favorite supporting cast characters. All his episodes are always entertaining. An In-N-Out secret menu item is literally named after him. A tier. Next, this buff ass mofo. He may seem tough, but he wouldn't last 5 seconds in the salty Splatoon. Remember how he was shivering in his timbers in the Fry Cook Olympics?
I gotta get out of here!
He a whole bitch for real. D tier. The only doctor in Bikini Bottom apparently. Chill guy with a nice ass voice. C tier. Hoopla Fish. Annoying as fuck, but that mouth is usable. E tier. Hasselhoff has turbine engines in his ass cheeks. Robotic chest. A tier. I wonder if his meat is robotic too. Gorilla Guy scared the shit out of me as a kid. It's the reason why I'm racist. E tier. King Neptune. We've had numerous King Neptune designs, but to me, he's the best. He's also bald as shit. He's one of those dudes that have that Jeff Van Gundy haircut. Solid B tier. Gruz. E tier. Fuck old people. But not the chocolate Gruz. All I'm gonna say, no legs, no arms, no resistance. C tier. Mermaid Mane. Now this motherfucker is funny as shit. He can fall asleep with his eyes open and protects Bikini Bottom from evil. Definitely an A tier character. Fred. He has so many iconic scenes.
Good morning, Krusty Krab! Hey all you people! Hey all you people!
He has to get the A tier treatment. Penny. He a real ass mofo, always reliable and humble at the same time. E tier. Main Ray, the best mermaid main and Barnacle Boy villain of all time. Remember that one episode where Patrick and the Bob drove him to be an upstanding citizen? E tier. Next we have Fine Shiat. Patrick was rizzing her up the whole movie trying to get that mermaid goo.
Oh yeah.
B tier. Mrs. Puff, I always felt kind of bad for her cause La Bunch really put her through hell. SpongeBob was really her biggest op, cost her job multiple times, put her in jail, caused bodily harm. List goes on and on. If I was her, I would have Dinkelberg level of hate for Bob.
Hey, looking good, Turner.
Dinkelberg.
D tier. Nematodes D tier, not much to say. Random bitch, put her in E tier. Pirate Painting Guy. Sings one of the most iconic intros of all time and he's technically in every episode even though he's not in the plot. B tier seems pretty fair. Dirty Bubble. Probably created through some overweight dude's fart in the ocean like a mean shark. Me personally, I couldn't have that type of backstory. C tier. Pearl. Her whiny ass used to piss me off so much, bro. Like, get your big ass in the paint and score some buckets. D tier. Purple Shirt Fish. Did some research and apparently his name's Tom, but we're gonna call him Crash Out Tom. Every memory I have of him is him crashing the fuck out.
Burned our crops and delivered a plague unto our houses!
He did? No! Chocolate!
Needless to say, A tier. Daddy SquarePants. Same tier as Mama SquarePants, but I will say he's kind of a freak. Remember how long he was kissing on Mrs. Puff's hand? Never let your wife or autistic son stop you from finding true love. Eugene's mother, she low-key get around. D tier. Next, we have the art guy. He absolutely violated Squidward's art and did nothing else. C tier. Doodle Bob. Peak one and done character. True Black Air Force energy. True Kid Boo energy. Insane aura. Easily an A tier character. This old guy that thinks SpongeBob is a box of bran flakes, for some reason I want to put him B tier. Rocky. Gotta put respect on his name. Dominated the race. Does what he wants when he wants. A tier. Stupid ass kid. I'll put him in E tier. And finally, the worm that turns into a butterfly. It literally scared the hell out of me as a kid, so I'll put it in E tier. But yep, see you guys next time, and happy birthday, LeBron.
My only sunshine.